welcome you back to Crestview High School for our second playing of the NCOSSCA All-Star match. We've got the ladies taking center stage now, and you're looking at Lexington's winner of the scholarship award. This is Maggie Arnett. Congratulations to her getting a $1,000 scholarship from the NCOSSCA to start off the festivities here for the ladies. I'm Brian Skronsky. Jonathan Langdon going to join me on the call here for the Girls All-Star match. And I just walked down to the vehicle. I got a coat, and it was a chore just getting up and down the hill here because of how blustery it is outside, Jonathan. So we're looking forward to seeing some fun soccer. When that ball is up in the air and not on the carpet, there's going to be some interesting movements, I think, here.
Yeah, absolutely. You went out to the car to get some coats. I just went the heck away from the open window here in the press box, and I'm just kind of over tucked in the corner, just hands in pockets. It's probably going to stay this way the entire match. But yeah, exactly right. Great to be here. Great to get to catch a lot of these seniors who are wrapping up their careers here this afternoon. Of course, not much soccer left to be played with winter coming around and the cold getting even colder, believe it or not, even though the wind is picking up and it's getting even chilly today.
Yeah, this will be it for these young ladies as far as their high school careers are concerned in the beautiful game, with this all-star game representing the end of the season. And we have got a ton of talent out there on the pitch for you guys to admire here this afternoon. So for the young ladies that are in the dark uniforms today, they will be represented by Ontario, Shelby, Madison, Ashland, Crestview, Mansfield Christian, Loudonville, and one young lady for Clyde. They'll be going head-to-head against the young ladies in the white uniforms, comprised of players from Tiffin Columbian, a couple from Mapleton, Lexington, Clear Fork, Norwalk has 4, Edison a couple, and Mansfield Senior has 1 player as well. We are going to turn the spotlight here onto a couple of Mapleton Lady Mounties, though, to get things started. These player spotlights brought to you by the Mapleton Athletic Booster Club, beginning with Ava Clay, and the senior captain. A couple of goals, had an assist this season as well. And for Mapleton, 7 victories this year. And you look at what she was able to do over the course of her entire career, playing from a defensive role. Pretty cool to be able to score 18 and contribute at the offensive end, as Ava has been able to do for a team that has been right there in the running the last several seasons, Jonathan, within the Mid-Buckeye Conference, and a 2-1 record within the league again this year. So a fabulous career for Miss Ava Clay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also great to see both her and her teammate, we're going to talk about here momentarily, just out on the pitch yet again. Here, got to see them here at Crestview for a game that they played against the Lady Cougars earlier on in the year. Played great in that one. Just a great year overall for Mapleton. Of course, Firelands, never an easy league to come out on top of. That 7-7 season, pretty solid considering the schedule they played.
And you mentioned the teammate that is joining her within the lineup today, Audrey Hellickson, a big-time goal scorer. How about half 100 for her career? 16 of those goals came during her senior campaign. She also handed out 5 helpers as well, and she was just a dominant force within the midfield during her career in the Mid-Buckeye Conference. An All-Ohio selection and a first-team All-League performer. Number 3 certainly is going to be missed out in the greater Ashland area. Mapleton, she has been a star for them over the last several seasons, and one more chance for the senior captain to be on display today.
Yeah, absolutely. One of 2 All-Ohioans that are going to be playing here in this contest today. So congratulations to Audrey. Great season for her. And I'm excited to spotlight some of these other players as we go along here that have also had some great seasons that are coming to an end here this afternoon.
Audrey, the lone All-Ohioan for the white squad today. And on the opposite side in the dark uniforms, Addie Pittman is the All-Ohioan representing over on that side with her outlandish career. 120 goals, 34 of them came during her senior campaign. I think that she's one of those that you would say it's kind of like your favorite player's favorite player, just the pizzazz that she plays with. Though I'm looking down at the sideline, and I don't see Addie, actually. Kaylee Hell, her Ontario teammate, is suited up today, so we will not have Addie performing here this afternoon. And lighter numbers, I guess, for this girls edition. Several players unable to make it this afternoon that we're finding out about just kind of a little bit later in the day. So they are going to just do 2 30-minute halves here, Jonathan. I think the blustery conditions also maybe factoring into that as well. But yeah, low numbers for each of these teams. So each side very low on subs. So they're going to have to go the full 60 minutes pretty much.
And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we go through 30 minutes and they decide just to simply call it there. But yeah, just going to get a chance here. 30 minutes going to be on the clock for sure in this first half. We'll see if we'll see some nice active offense like we did in the last game. Because in this game, it's interesting because I believe there's only one goalkeeper, like actual goalkeeper, that's here today.
Yeah, that is a solid point. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and just the energy levels for both of these All-Stars as we've transitioned into winter sports season, of course. Soccer wrapping up last week, and just maintaining the condition can be a challenge once you get out of the season. Couple of more special spotlights for you coming up here for the Clear Fork Lady Colts. These courtesy of the Clear Fork Athletic Booster Club. And we began with Sabri Caudill, a district champion from just a season ago. Made it back to the district championship game this year. Second team all-conference, 11 goals for her career. Put up 3 goals, 3 assists during her senior campaign. And playing for a team that had one of the best seasons in program history, and she was a centerpiece of it, a couple-year starter for them, and Sabri is a girl certainly to keep an eye on here this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Clear Fork squad, of course, those two going to be leading the way here for the white team, but you've also got some other great players in one of Clear Fork's former conferences, the OCC, Lexington, of course, with a couple of representatives. One that we saw got the scholarship as well. But just talking about those Colts, bragging on them. They've had some great success the last couple of years. We actually started out our season here in the fall over at Mapleton to watch them play Friday Night Football. So it's kind of a nice full circle moment for us, too, to be on the call here for a Girls All-Star Game that wraps up the season and careers for some of those Colts.
Clear Fork does have one other lady named to the roster today for the white uniform teams, and that being Miss Zoe Lamp, who will finish up her career with 20 goals. She had 6 assists, and you look at the accolades over the last several years, and what's really exciting for the senior class of 2026 for Clear Fork is that they had multiple players that were 4-year contributors / starters for them. Zoe certainly being one of those. She broke in as a freshman and got minutes right away before becoming an all-district performer as a sophomore, junior, and senior year. Not easy to do, especially playing for a program like Brittany Bechtel has, that's one of the premier Division IV programs in the state of Ohio.
I'm already starting to see some players jump around because I think they're already cold, Brian. But
I don't blame them.
Just to get back to that, Zoe, great player for this group. Talked about the defense that she supplied for that squad. Last year, that was so good. This year, that was, you could argue, even better. I mean, 16-2-2 is a pretty solid record to take into the postseason and end up ending your year with. But congratulations again to Clear Fork. Excited to send off some of your seniors the right way here at Crestview this afternoon. So those Clear Fork players that we mentioned on the white team on the far side of the field, so they'll, as it went in the first game, they'll probably go left to right here to start, and then the dark meat squad, if we're bringing that back from the boys' game as well, all wearing their team colors, a couple black jerseys in there, a couple red, but yeah, just going to be a good time and shortened game with lesser numbers, but still going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and I'm seeing Zoe Lamp didn't even bring her shirt or her uniform. I see she's just got on just a regular old T-shirt. And then I was looking at her. I just asked Chris. I was like, "Where's Sabri? I do not see her out there." That's because she's going to play keeper today.
Okay.
She's never played keeper in her whole life, but the girl from Tiffin Columbian who should be the starter here today, that I believe Aubrey Hoffman, not in the building. So Sabri stepping up to the challenge. She's got on the penny right there, and yeah, you can tell just the look on her face. She's like, "What am I getting into?"
I think she just let off a little shrug. And here it is.
I mean, what a time to get your first career start in an all-star game. How about it, man? But that's kind of the fun of this competition, is that's what we're out here for, the smiles and the shrugs.
I want to see some good positioning from Sabri throughout this match. So the white team so far, just before the ball's even been kicked, is down, but they're not out, Brian.
Not at all. And as the graphic shows here, Travis is available. He was a backup kicker for Bishop Donahue in high school, and then it has all the JV records. So if necessary, we can sneak him out onto the pitch in a jiffy. He does have a jersey on, too, so he'll just blend right in. He can be a part of the dark meat. So here we go. Again, it's going to be shortened halves. We'll just do 30 minutes each side as the Dark Meat Squad starting out with possession here. Here's Maggie England. A couple of touches. Then given off to, I think we've got two Ashland girls playing. Yeah, Addie Helber and Haley Bond both involved here today.
I think the goal today, if you're the white squad, is just making sure that black team stays on your side of the field as long as you can, considering you don't have a experienced goalkeeper sitting between the sticks today.
Yeah, I mean, she's got about 30 seconds under her belt so far here. So
she doesn't seem to be moving too much either.
So we actually we got Chris Laux back up in the box, so we'll have him throw on the headset here. Talked to Chris before the boys game, and now Mr. Laux, who obviously very entangled within the girls soccer in North Central Ohio. Chris, we got a first comment on Sabri, one of your players, and
what was the comment?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get from you.
Okay.
Does she have any keeper experience?
You know, I think she's gotten in the goal in practice maybe one time. So, you know what? You know, she's game. I'm glad she stepped up. So.
Yeah, and stepping way out of the box here.
That's right.
So at least delivered it on the money.
Sabri's pretty versatile. She played mostly outside back for us, but she could play the wing position. I think there were a couple games where, you know, we kind of had some lopsided score, so we put her up top, give her ability to score a goal. So yeah, she can go all the way around the field. So.
And obviously today is about the kids who did show out and are here today, Chris. But I do want to just have you just quickly comment on about a handful of players that are not involved today. Obviously a couple all-time greats for Clear Fork that were all Ohioans that played on your team with, of course, Brindley Barnett and then Ashton Wine. And then on Ontario's roster, they had a couple of All-Ohioans, a couple of All-Americans, Addie Pittman, along with Hattie Jugovic. So just the level of talent that we had in North Central Ohio over the last several years, and specifically within Richland County, we're missing out on those girls being out here in the game, but boy, were they a treat to watch during their careers.
They really were, and I mean, again, you're right. They brought a lot of attention to North Central Ohio, and they were, all four of those girls that you mentioned were terrific. I think on the girls side, I think our recognition of our area really kind of started back with Taylor Huff.
Sure.
And those Madison teams and Taylor Huff in particular. And then, again, same thing. Those girls were younger when Taylor played, somebody to look up to, you know, and I think that's the one thing about the girls' side in North Central Ohio is that we've had some great players in the past that these girls want to grow up and be, you know, have those sorts of accomplishments and play like those girls that they saw play when they were younger. So, but yeah, the Hattie and Addie duo there in Ontario were incredible, but I think both over 100 goals for their career.
Yes, I think almost 250 combined.
That's phenomenal. Yes. And so yeah, I think Hattie is going to play in a All-American high school all-star game.
Yes, I believe in North Carolina.
Yes.
Coming up here in December.
Yes. So, and then she's going to Akron to play at the collegiate level. And then Addie is going to Ashland.
Correct.
And but yes, just I mean, two phenomenal 1-2 punch there in Ontario. That that they back-to-back district champions, and then they lost in the regional finals this year, right? Ontario, they make the finals.
Yeah, heartbreaker. Yeah,
Oh,
had
the
a 2-0
Granville, that's
lead
right.
over Granville,
Oh.
and then ended up losing on a golden goal, which was a spectacular goal.
It was, yes. And that Ivy Miller is phenomenal.
All
for Granville.
Ohioan stud.
Only a junior too. So, so Ontario, yes, we had, and then you mentioned the two at Clear Fork, and we happen to be in the same league, so we've had some incredible games the last 4 years, and but Ashton Wine and Brindley Barnett, two also all Ohioans. I think Brindley would like to. I know Brindley would like to play at the collegiate level. I'm not quite sure, what schools she's looking at. Ashton is going to go to Ashland no matter what. I think her mom is involved in. She works there. I think she's in admissions, so I think there's an advantage, obviously, financially to attend Ashland. And I think the coach has said that if she wants to play, she's welcome to be on the team, obviously.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
she's got the goods to probably play anywhere that she would like.
Yes. So so I think it's a situation where it's just a matter of whether Ashton wants to play at the collegiate level. So if she does, it'll be at Ashland. But yeah, same thing. And I mean, Brindley's always been kind of a goal scorer for us, an offensive person. Ashton, the incredible thing about her year is, she probably played 70% of her time at center back.
Sure.
I mean, she's a phenomenal defender, but we could put her up at the 8 position or up top when we needed a goal, and I think she ended up scoring 29 this year, so with 18 assists. So yeah, it was both those girls had phenomenal seasons. So.
Yeah, 1-2 punch combining for 55 goals this season.
Yeah. Brindley had 36, I believe, and 17 assists. So, no, just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. It was hard to I'm glad they both got All-Ohio recognition, because sometimes that can be that process is different or subjective, but and sometimes you're in a situation where you don't get really both players in a lot of cases. So.
And then as far as the young ladies that are out here today, Chris, obviously Richland County has been a hotbed for girls soccer for a number of years. Dating back to when girls soccer really kind of got its lift off in the early 90s here in the state of Ohio. But then you look at some of the schools outside of the area as well that are contributing. Norwalk's got a couple of fantastic players. Actually, I think they've got 4 that are participating here today. Edison as well had a great season. So who are some players that you've seen quite a bit throughout their careers that have now kind of culminated here into their senior campaign, that are out here playing today, that will be a big loss, of course, to fill when they're not available coming up here in the future years?
Right, and Norwalk too. Actually, their All-Ohio player was a junior. Claire
Spettle.
Yeah. So again, but obviously yes. I mean, and that program has gotten better every year, and I think they won the SBC this year. I think they were undefeated in league play. So yeah, no, that I think because of the soccer in the Richland County area, it has kind of spurred the teams, up north that are part of our district, to improve their game as well. So.
Yeah, certainly have to once you start getting into the tournament, and that's a debate that we've had during the tournament time on OH.Report broadcasts. Is the SBC schools, they'll come down and they'll have 15, 16 wins during their regular season, and they normally don't have a ton of tournament success. And you look at the likes of your non-conference that you'll play at Clear Fork, certainly Ontario, Madison, Lexington, all does the same thing. So it definitely poses the question, Chris, is just what do you value? Is the second season more important, or are you looking to get another double-digit winning type of season? So those are always interesting debates, I think, to have.
Absolutely, and I think a little bit of that too is also the way your league is set up. Now, I think in the SBC, I think they play a home and away, so maybe the opportunity to play some higher quality non-league is a little bit difficult.
Could
just
be
because they don't have the the numbers on their schedule or the spots on their schedule. Where like in the case of the OCC and the MOAC, it's we only play everybody once, so you get an opportunity to play some high quality teams. But no, I think as I mentioned in the boys contest too, I think we're trying to those teams up in the SBC or the northern part of our district are looking to maybe schedule, and I know Lexington has scheduled either Perkins or Norwalk or somebody up in that area every year to try one more than anything, just to give them an idea when it comes to the district voting time to get a look at those players. So and the way the districts are set up a little bit differently now too is there's more intermixing of those teams come tournament time. So shot on goal.
Yeah, this one from Audrey Hellickson of Mapleton over the two-lady wall.
Yeah.
Good bends, but an even better save. Be interesting to see what happens for Sabri if she gets put in one of those type of situations
right.
here as a keeper. But checking the box there, a nice save at the other end. Is that Ava Newsom starting in box?
From Madison, I believe.
That is correct. Great run, of course, for Madison over the careers here for Ava and her teammates. Peyton Bartolome, the other Lady Ram involved today, coach selection for the sectional champs. And you talked a little bit about the OCC along with the MOAC, but within the OCC, a former conference for your Clear Fork Colts. Lexington, a couple of great players and district champions in Ava Clay and then Allie Laurie and Maggie Arnett here today.
Yep.
And then for Madison as well with the two players that I mentioned. And then Ashland, they also have a couple. So I think kind of a strong league for them. Ended up being weird with the head-to-heads and how everything fell, with Ashland ended up being your champions. But, the really strong gameplay, of course, from the Ohio Cardinal Conference this year. We've got 6 of those players out on display today.
So Ashland ended up were they outright?
Outright champions,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if they had tied it with Lexington or not. So
yeah, Lexington beat them during the regular season, but then there was a tie, I think, somewhere involved in there. I'll pull it up and I'll get specifically.
I know
Lexington.
Lexington tied Worcester, because I remember Buck talking to Buck Morton, and he said, "Yeah, I just can't seem to figure out Worcester over at Worcester. We have a hard time playing them at home. At Worcester. So, and Worcester's one of those teams that could frustrate you. So,
yeah, Ashland with their 11 wins during the regular season, but their only loss within the league was to Lexington, who I think took a bad loss. Maybe Madison got them. I'll look it up real fast. See what ended up being the case.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, towards the end of the year.
They tied Madison.
That's right. That's
and then
right.
They tied Worcester as well.
Okay.
So just
and then they beat
interesting league.
Then they beat Madison in the tournament. Lexington did.
Yes, very convincingly. 6-1 in the district semifinals.
Yeah. So I saw Buck Morton over there in the stands. He's here.
Is that him wrapped up in the purple Snuggie?
No, that's actually Roxanne, his assistant coach, JV coach. I guess she had a hip replacement, she was saying.
Oh.
I know. So, but Buck's over there. I saw Keith Switcher, Shelby coach, Brittany Bechtel's here. Obviously, Greg Atkinson, who's the assistant coach at Ontario, is coaching the dark meat team. We're going with the Thanksgiving turkey theme this year, right?
And he's going solo on the coaching side of things, I see.
And then Vaughn, I'm going to butcher his last name, from Mapleton, is coaching the other side. So
it's just not even going to go for it.
We'll
just call him Coach Vaughn.
That's right, Coach Vaughn, yeah. So, and actually, I think he's the assistant. He coached at Mapleton years ago. stepped away. They had a couple different coaches in there. And then Bo Whitinger, I think is his name, is the head coach. But Vaughn came back to help as an assistant because he'd had previous experience and could kind of help Bo being the first-year head coach. So,
all right, let's play the Coach Vaughn last name game out there, guys. How would you pronounce this? It is spelled Pokrzwa. All right, I'll take the first crack at it, Chris.
okay.
I'm going with Pork-Erskwa.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I'm not going to
You're not going for it.
I'm not going for it,
Okay.
no.
So for everybody watching at
I'm
home.
chickening out. I'm chickening out. So, Coach Vaughn. I like the Coach Vaughn. I think Coach Vaughn works.
Pokaziwa? So I'm pretty much at it.
Are we getting? Hopefully, we'll get somebody on the chat maybe that can help. So.
Well, we got Jonathan says that he can confirm that.
Oh, okay.
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 So he attended high school.
And how's it pronounced?
Pokaziwa.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Pokaziwa.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Less emphasis on the wa.
Right.
So there we go. Well, not a lot of offensive activity here so far, Chris. I've been waiting for a break where I can kind of get onto the call play-by-play instead of the conversation, but I think maybe the wind, a big impact, of course, so far here.
Right.
And good defense. We've got some great backline defenders.
Yes. And I think, and again, nothing against the girls that are out here, but some of the girls that we talked about are not here playing today. You know, the offensive firepower of a Hattie Yukovic or an Addie Pittman or a Ashton Wine or a Brindley Barnett. So I'm sure that's you got some girls kind of playing out of position. I think just because of the numbers being a little bit low. So, but that's all right. We're still going to have a good game.
Yeah, so far. 0-0, just a couple of total shot attempts, including the.
I'm sure Sabri Caudill is feeling good about that.
Yes.
So.
She's probably just keeps looking up at that clock. Okay,
that's
just
right.
Another 14 minutes. Hey, this is great. Haven't had to defend anything yet. But she looks reasonably comfortable back there.
Yeah, yes. So actually, Elizabeth Webb, who coaches here at Crestview,
yes,
she's here. She was helping take tickets and everything, and I asked her. I said, "Do you happen to have goalie gloves and a penny that because we don't have anything over here?" And so she ran into her equipment shed, and grabbed some goalie gloves and a penny for whoever plays the keeper on for the white meat team. So,
yeah.
What's that?
We're told that the penny might have got picked up at Valero on the drive-in. Here.
Oh, yeah,
just $10 off the shelf, normally for the construction workers. But
there you go.
It's a versatile piece of equipment.
That's right. It is. But Brian, so again, we talked a little bit about the first game in terms of just how the whole process happens, for the all district, and then the girls that go on to become all American, or all Ohio. So back in the third week of October, all the coaches, I think we have 22, 23 teams or schools, in some cases, both boys and girls, are in the district. In some cases, it's just one gender. We got a breakaway going.
Yeah, an opportunity here. Shut down, though. That was Emily Bittner. And now she does get the shot. Two defenders kind of club into each other.
Sabri's going, thank you.
Yeah, she did. Handing out some high fives.
That's right.
Thank God. It was kind of a nasty collision there. It looked like that was Ava Clay tumbled over the top of the other defender. But she popped up. She's just fine.
That's right. So anyway, the coaches on the boys and girls side in our district get together the third weekend, generally the third Sunday of October. And we have a general meeting to start. They're all together. We vote on the scholarship winner. So the coaches submit. You can submit one girl and one boy from your school for the scholarship, and we review those nominations, and then the coaches vote on who won our scholarships this year. We vote on a referee of the year, and then there's some other awards. And actually, Buck Morton won a state award. It's called the Kim Mahoney Award. And so he'll be recognized at the All-Ohio Banquet in December. And it's basically a coach that, emphasize sportsmanship and ethics and just, that side of the game. Obviously, if you're successful as well, that kind of comes into play. But more than anything, it's about a coach that displays, the sportsmanship and quality ethics side of the game. So,
Oh, first great shot off the crossbar.
uh-oh.
That was Addie Helbert. It'll be kept in bounds, or will it? That'll go out of bounds. This was awful close. Haley Bond, the teammate of Helbert's, trying to keep it in bounds. But definitely the best shot that we've seen so far, Chris.
Okay, all right.
Tattoos off the crossbar. Now we'll get a foul, and I think we got a free kick, a direct kick coming up. So let's see, the Loudonville teammates handing it off to one another. So Bittner going to be on the ball, honorable mention. All district, or no, just out of bounds. Thought maybe there was a whistle down there, Chris. So Bittner back up top. Here's Bond looking to turn, shot. And the first save by Sabri. Hey.
Oh, there we go, Sabri.
Not bad.
So anyway, the coaches get together. We vote on the scholarship and things like that all the coaches vote on, and then they go to their separate divisional rooms. So we have teams and coaches that are represented in both boys and girls, D2, 3, 4, and 5. So once they get into their rooms, again, the coaches nominate players, and they nominate ones for first team only, and the coaches will. We got it leading up here. See if we get a shot off. Oh, good block.
Yeah, it was a nice cutback, but even better defense. So you vote on those first teamers.
Yes, vote on the first teamers, and then each coach gets a second team selection, and one, maybe sometimes two honorable mentions. If their assistant coach joins the district, then they get a second honorable mention pick, so that's how our all district teams are selected. And then from there, based off of the percentage of teams, like for example, D3 girls, I think we have 10 teams that are in D3 girls that are in our district. So as a percentage of that to all the teams that are in D3 in the state of Ohio, we get X number of all Ohio slots. So the top, in this case, they get 4. So the top 4 vote getters coming out of our district are automatically all Ohio. So you had Zoe, you had Hattie Yukovich, who was a Player of the Year in Division III, Zoe Borowitz,
Lexington.
Lexington, and then Addie Pittman, obviously from Ontario, and then Claire Spettle from Norwalk with the top 4. So each division has one of those. Each division has a different number of people that can go down to Columbus. And so then the All-Ohio meeting then is 2 weeks later, and they don't separate a first or second team anymore. They used to do that a couple of years ago. They changed that, and everybody now is just All-Ohio. But they still vote on that because at the national level, oh, good cross. No foul there.
Yeah, no whistle came in. And just a couple of hops, so not a lot behind that one from Ella Andrews. Deep shot for Norwalk. And the score remains 0-0 here. Just 7.5 minutes remaining in this opening half.
So then once they get down to that All-Ohio meeting, then they still vote. They still rank the girls, or rank the players. In this case, we're talking about girls. They rank the players in each division. And then because that comes into play for all region and all American honors, which is selected by our national coaches organization, which is the United Soccer Coaches. So
Helbert into heavy traffic, tries to cut back up in the middle. Now here's Kaylee Hale, regional finalist Ontario team. and out of bounds. And we've had quite a few All-Americans from Richland County over the last 5-6 years.
Yes. Taylor Huff was a 4-year All-American. On the girls' side, Deja Swihart. Boys' side, Jarrett McPeak from Mansfield Senior. McPeak, yes.
Mansfield Christian, actually.
Mansfield Christian, sorry. Oh, you're chesting my brain now, Brian. Sorry.
I remember, oh gosh, who was it? Shoot. Kyla Spencer got All-American 1 year and then did not play her senior year, if I remember right. I think she got voted All-American. Could be wrong.
Yes, she did. And there was who was the boy from Ontario that same year?
Oh, how about Sabry?
She make a nice save?
Yeah, well,
did she? Okay.
Check out the replay here,
All
Chris.
Right, there we go.
Hale off the corner, and then here's Sabry.
Oh, look at that.
And then lost her footing, but hey. Held on to the ball. Yeah, you're right.
He went and played baseball up at Ashland from Ontario.
Oh, yes. His name will come to me here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weaver.
Yes, you're right. I think that's the last 2 All-Americans that we've had were those 2, Spencer and Weaver from Ontario.
I would think that Hattie would get some consideration this year.
She should get some consideration this year. I think Hattie and Addie both good shot for all region, should make all region, along with Brindley and Ashton. But All-American, I'm not sure. So.
Yeah, watch a lot of Ontario and Clear Fork soccer this year, and those 4 were outstanding as Sabry comes out. Oh, how about the contact, too? Lays out a young lady. That's Emily Bittner. So who says All-Star Game's just all about fun? How about this collision? Yeah. Oh, that's Olivia Grant there. She was on the roster. Crestview Cougar. There's Olivia taking a shot from distance.
But, yeah, no, I tell you, it's like I said, the biggest thing that I've tried to accomplish as president of the district over the last, I think this is my 14th year, is to increase the scholarship money that we give away and just bring recognition to North Central Ohio soccer. So, I think we've done a pretty good job at that. So.
Yeah, OH.Report tries to do our part as well.
Yep.
Certainly elevate the level that you can at least watch these girls' soccer games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. We thank you very much for your coverage. It's incredible what you guys have done.
Yeah, I think that it seems like the teams tend to, rise their level of play when OH.Report's in the building.
That's right.
Try to put on a good showing because one thing that has been really satisfying for me as the founder of the company is how many collegiate coaches in a variety of different sports have said that they tune in and that they've been able to get their scouting report, if you will, on a player based on the coverage of OH.Report.
Very nice.
I feel like we've helped quite a few players at least be seen,
right,
and then end up participating at the collegiate level if they want to.
Yeah, well, like I said, we surely appreciate what you have done as far as your coverage of North Central Ohio sport, not just girls soccer, not just soccer in general, but of all sports in North Central Ohio. So we thank you very much.
Our absolute pleasure and honor, Mr. Laux.
Well, I'm going to turn this back over and head down and recognize our referee of the year again. So
Fantastic.
Thank you so much again for all you do.
Thank you, Chris, for all that you do, my friend. Chris Laux, the president of the NCOSSCA.
Oh, it kept it nice and warm for me.
Yes.
Feels great.
Yes. Jonathan's just been doing push-ups nonstop, trying to stay warm over here. What's the most push-ups you think you can do in one serving, Jonathan?
Right now, probably I could get up over 20 maybe.
About 20. Yeah, coming off of popped bicep tendon, and then my pectoral muscle also tore. I'm about 6 months out, and I was able to only do 0 push-ups for a long time, but we are slowly getting me to do about 3/4 push-ups. I can't go all the way down, but me and my son yesterday, I'm up to about a dozen that I can do all at once.
I don't know if you've ever heard of those the push-up boards that they have, where you can like buy it and then you can put the kind of handles in different locations to work different muscle groups. I have that actually.
And do you have it and it's getting use?
Not in a while, but it is sitting. I know where it is. I might work on it tonight now that the conversations come up.
Now we're talking. Yeah, we were playing a little dice game yesterday, and the currency that we wanted to play with was jelly beans, but my daughter didn't arrive with those in time, so my son was like, let's play for push-ups tonight. And boy, I was not prepared for that, Jonathan. I had to belt out a good 100 of them. But like I said, about maybe half or 3/4 ones. But it's just good to
Son got to go work on a shot the other day, I saw.
Yes. Oh, such a cool experience going up to Rocket Arena, getting Mark Price actually taught him how to shoot. And only 50 kids ended up being allowed out there for the experience, so my son MJ was really thankful that he was one of them. As gosh, look at the wind! Just take that thing. That's not even fair. I think that's Hellickson sets it up right foot, and normally that's going to bend back in. Not with 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
That's why we're still scoreless right now. If you're wondering at home, if you're just tuning in.
And it looks like it's going to be 0-0. As the last 5 seconds come tumbling off of the clock. And that's exactly what it's going to be here at the break. The white meat and dark meat all square here. No scoring, like Mr. Langdon just detailed. The wind, probably the MVP right now. It is doing a lot of damage out there. But then also, you got to salute the keepers, and Sabri Caudill filling in. Never done it before. She's got a couple of excellent saves at this portion of the match.
The clean sheet half.
And we are going to keep the action here just for a moment with the honoring of the referee of the year in the area.
The North Carolina, the North Central Ohio Soccer Coaches Association wants to recognize Elaine Hutton as our 2025 District Referee of the Year. Elaine has been a USSF soccer official for over 20 years and was an instructor mentor for U.S. soccer in the state of Georgia. She also has 15 years of high school officiating experience. During her years in Georgia, she refereed hundreds of matches, including 10 state tournament matches and 2 state finals. In 2016, she received recognition from the Georgia Athletic Officials Association for Excellence in Officiating Female Award for Soccer. Elaine moved to Ohio in 2024, joining the Mansfield Area Soccer Officials Association, and has officiated matches throughout North Central Ohio for the last 2 years. She was assigned to matches at this year's state tournament through the state semifinals and is being recognized at the OSSCA All-Ohio Banquet in December for excellence in officiating. Congratulations, Elaine, and thank you for all you do to support high school soccer in North Central Ohio.
Don't think I ever saw her issued any cards, and just excellent referee. So we salute Elaine for everything that she has done for the game of soccer. And moving to Ohio a couple of years ago filled a big void, of course, that we've had, Jonathan, on most of the games that we did this year. Just 2 referees out there. Not an easy task to be able to see the entire field for 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's the same way here today. Just a two-man officiating crew, but great to see her. It's kind of fun when you get those officials that kind of just move into the area. And it's not very often that you see that. Most of the time, you're recruiting some local talent who just recently graduated high school, college, trying to get them to come out and continue to support the game. But she's kind of a rare breed that was able to come in and really be a help right away, coming in from Georgia.
And how about David Kuhn out here bringing over some snacks, and typically you would see him in one of the zebra uniforms, but just providing the popcorn here this afternoon. So we've got all-stars all over the place doing a variety of different things. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll get you guys all set.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
It's halftime here at Scott Bailey Memorial on the fabulous campus of Crestview High School, and That flag out there in the corner kind of explaining why we are all knotted up 0-0 here at the break. Very windy conditions here on the outskirts of Ashland for this Girls All-Star festivity. I'm Brian Skronsky, Jonathan Langdon, my sidekick here this afternoon. And not a lot of offense to be found or had, period. I think by my unofficial count, only like 6 shot attempts there in the first half. And, of course, now the soccer's out of season. Talked about it a little bit before the game where these girls aren't necessarily in practice. Some of them had early tournament exits. That was more than a month ago. They're into either basketball season, swimming time, or just not doing anything whatsoever. So it hasn't quite been what we saw in the boys' game where there was kind of some instant offense, but the weather has a lot to do with that.
But, hey, we could see that completely flip in an instant because numbers are getting a little low, of course, here for this game. Fatigue might start to settle in here in the final 30 minutes. The cold is definitely might start getting to a couple of players. And again, some players in positions that they haven't been used to. Shout out to Sabri Caudill. Had a great first half, in her first half in goal ever. But who knows if that's going to keep up.
Yeah, Sabri with 2 saves out of her keeper position on one side. And at the other end, Ava Newsom, the keeper from Madison, keeping a clean sheet as well. So this is an all-star match, Jonathan. We can't have this thing end 0-0. Certainly got to get some scoring going on. And for the dark meat squad, it feels like the Ashland girls, Addie Helbert, Haley Bond, they might be that duo that can kind of push the issue and get them set up for an opportunity to get some type of offense. And on the flip side, it's been the other duo, I think, from the Ashland area, and Hellickson and Ava Clay for Mapleton that are kind of getting it done. So I think look for one of those connections. They have the familiarity, playing their entire careers with one another. I think that one of those combos or 4 players end up getting a goal here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a ton of goals on both sides of the ball. You talked about Audrey Hellickson, 17 goals this year. I mean, offensively, there's some firepower. It's just that these defenses have been put to the limit so far in this one, that first half. I'm sure both goalkeepers who are cold and hoping to try keep clean sheets, they've been persistent on their defense to try their best to keep them without any sort of tests in that first half. But that is, I'm going to say it, probably going to change here in a few minutes or so.
They are going to roll with Sabri in the second half in net, so she's a veteran at this point, a whole half under her belt. And then Ava, of course, the only keeper on the roster on the other side from Madison. So who will break through and get the go-ahead goal in this second half? I certainly feel like as the sun peeks out of the clouds here, that it's going to start heating up offensively in this second half as our second 30-minute session is officially underway, and the whole white meat starting things off here. And so Lamp gives it away. A little turnover there in the midfield. Ingrid Crocken, the young lady from Clyde, will flank out wide for them on that
got a chance. Wing. Yeah, got a chance to go to Clyde for a doubleheader in girls soccer a couple weeks ago for the district tournament. Beautiful facility, of course. My favorite feature, the plane that lights up once the sun goes down. Beautiful venue. Of course, Clyde, pretty solid season as well.
One of the coolest venues for sure. You talked about that jet display. I mean, it's just such a cool thing in the backdrop for him. And now that it lights up at night, it even takes it to that next level. Oh, big hip check there. You see Helbert puts her hand over her mouth. Just like, oh, goodness. It's an all-star game, and I'm lighting girls up.
That was the match in Clyde where Mansfield Christian had to go to overtime to take down Ridgedale, and it kind of started the stretch of a couple overtime games that those Lady Flames were tested to get their school record in wins this past year.
Yeah, 16 of them and getting deeper in the tournament than they had ever been before. First ever district championship for the Lady Flames. What a run for them getting to a regional final. And they feel like with everybody that's coming back next season, it's going to be a chance to get there, if not even further, as this is played by Kaylee Hale out of the air. Normally not a huge offensive weapon. Trying to turn the tide. Giveaway on the back line. And now Krokan gives it up. And this seems to be the right strategy. Just keep it on the floor. Anything that goes up in the air, Jonathan, it is tough to connect.
Yeah, just direct. Just try to keep it within yourself. Stay low to the ground. If you do, go up with it. Just probably more so of a clearance, just trying to get it out of a dangerous area.
Albert looking for some options. And she'll just send that one off into space, hoping Olivia Grant can make a play as it's swept out. And a throw in on the way here for the dark meat.
We got the same ball kids from the boys' game, you think? Did they make a personnel change?
Yeah, I believe we do have the Pierce duo out there working the sidelines. So probably some overtime Snicker bars got to be in their payment future here.
I bet they're going to want hot chocolate instead.
Yeah, hopefully
with the weather as it is.
Had to have been treated to some of those luxury items at the break, I would presume. So this will race out of bounds.
I saw that Coach Pond over there got some hot chocolate delivered.
Oh, by Miller, too. So how about those ball kids? I mean, they are working hard out there. Here's Haley Bond looking to drop it back. Helbert, a little bit of pressure. Into the mixer bowl from Haley. Overshot by Sabry, way off her line. Vacant goal and avoiding a bit of disaster here.
It's managed chaos. I mean, it's a big crowd of bodies. It's hard to get a shot off. So maybe Sabry just kind of thought, if I miss on it, there's not really going to be a shot available.
This will be punched out of bounds. Helbert just trying to find somebody on the other end. And speaking of Addie, she's going to be headed to John Carroll University to continue her athletic career on the soccer pitch. For Edison, Kellen Ritchie also is going to be a teammate of hers at the next level. Pretty cool. So 2 commits to John Carroll out there playing this afternoon. Adriana Parsons from the TY Tigers. She is committed to play at Tiffin. And then Audrey Hellickson will be going to Baldwin Wallace. So we've got 4 collegiate soccer players out there enjoying their last high school games.
So you got a dragon, got a yellow jacket. I don't know what John Carroll's mascot is, honestly.
You know what John Carroll's mascot is? The internet's gonna solve that problem for us, Jonathan.
The Johnnies, like a Johnstown.
I think that's one of a kind. There's only one Johnny's. The Lobos.
Oh.
So I think that's like a wolf.
Yes. Looks like a husky.
Yeah, kind of like a husky-looking thing.
That would have been one of the last things I would have guessed.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah, I think I only knew it because there's one other Lobo out there. Who is
New
it?
Mexico.
New Mexico. There it is.
That's why I was thinking it wasn't. It's like, are there Lobos in Ohio? Well, apparently there are over at John Carroll.
Maybe at one point in time. Yeah, the Predators kind of moved through the Buckeye State. Who's going to be a Predator here offensively in the second half? Had about one decent look with Sabry kind of overrunning things. What's going to be the call here? Looks like it's going to be a throw for the white meat on the way.
Yeah, Devin Hickey kind of gave that up there for Crestview, but shout out to her. I got to cover a lot of Crestview girls games, and she was always a pest on the defensive end. She kind of led a very young back line this year for the Lady Cougars, so did her job, tried to help them out. They ended up losing in Clyde in a district, I believe a district semifinal when they took on Woodmore, who ultimately knocked out Mansfield Christian as well.
Yeah, Woodmore, state Final Four participant this season. Haley just cutting off the offensive weapon there. That being Joy Jordan of Edison. Honorable mention, all-district performer, her teammate Richie, who he mentioned is going to be playing next year. First team. Again, the clouds part here a little bit, so some rays of sunshine beating down here onto Scott Bailey Memorial for this All-Star Sunday.
It would almost make you think that it's the beginning of the season out there, but I'll tell you, the temperature and the wind, absolutely not.
Let's see what the temperature officially is out there. It was about 46 degrees during the boys' game. Maybe with the sun, it's heating up a little bit. What was interesting Friday night for football is that end-of-game temperatures ended up being warmer than kickoff temperatures. So it was a gorgeous night at 1:30 a.m. when we left the studio. It's like 60 degrees, man.
Yeah, that's unheard of. But I mean, it's just been a weird couple weeks here. Winter came early for a day or so.
Now fall's back in at 44 degrees right now, unofficially according to the Weather Channel.
You gone to any? Have you done any festive fall things yet, or is that coming up for Thanksgiving for you?
Just leaf cleanup was about as festive as I got yesterday, Jonathan.
Did you pile them up? Let your kids jump in the pile?
Just kind of threw them right into the bag and just trying to get them out of my backyard. That way we can enjoy it. So, well, my producer wants to know, are we talking about the children or are we talking about the leaf cleanup? So, well, my wife's been asking for a leaf blower for 10 years, and I won't let her get one just because I said, no, you can just rake it and you can throw them away. So it's probably a good idea, though, Chris, just to blow them over into the neighbor's yard. It's their tree that gets the leaves in my backyard anyway, so it's only fair. Just do that Red Rover, send them right back over on their side. So we're about 10 minutes here into the second half, and I really thought that we were going to see a bit more offense, and that just has not been the case here yet. White team has not even registered a shot here in the second half.
And it's interesting because Dark Meat team has not really had anything on Caudill on the other side. She's really only been tested once, and she ran out on her line, and the ball ended up rolling out of bounds.
This one is headed out of bounds by Parsons. Future Dragon.
It was Grace Tim on the ball there. Got to talk to her right at the very end of their loss to Woodmore, just to kind of recap Mansfield Christian's historic season.
And speaking of her, a shout-out from Xander out there. Says, Anna and Grace for the Mansfield Christian Flames. Just wanted to say hello. Kim Pittman, so many talented Richland County girls players. A great group of seniors to watch this year. For sure. And then Josh Young, SBC, and now the NOC will continue to play each conference team just once.
NOC, it's coming back.
They changed it a little bit. It was NOL before, and I think it was such a great league. Obviously, there was some travel time involved for Shelby, but I did really enjoy at least the football and then the boys basketball portion. That was a great league for it. It was the third oldest league in the history of the state of Ohio before they broke up about 10 years ago.
It's a shame whenever you break it up just for most of it to come back later on. So you can't say it's been perennial anymore, but I mean it's basically on its way back and just a little bit of a hiatus. Yeah, back by popular demand.
Yeah, and I think actually the way that it's orchestrated now or set up, it makes a lot more sense. Most of the teams are, I think all of them actually are in just two conjoining counties up there. So the NOC should be a good league for years to come.
But then you've got that Northern 10 expansion that's
going to be interesting
makes
too.
things interesting as well, because it's Lucas, Hopewell Loudon, New Regal, and Willard. So
All
it's the
joining.
4.
Yes.
And Calvert. So it's 5 being added.
Yeah, going to be a great league to keep an eye
Old
on.
Fort 6. Old Fort is
Yes.
6.
There's officially 16 total teams, be broken up in 2 divisions of 8. So this is chested down. And just trying to weave through traffic there was Anna Tucker.
All those schools we listed, I can't imagine the volleyball that's going to be coming out of the Northern 10 in future years.
Yeah, with Calvert joining the league.
Old Fort as well.
Shaking some things up. Yeah, shout out Tiffin Calvert real quick. Undefeated state champions. They almost did it last year and then lose on the last day to New Bremen, I'm pretty sure, in the state championship. Was that the best team that you got a chance to cover this year, that Seneca's team?
Yeah, no question. I mean, yeah, that was just... I guess the only comparison I could really say is the team that beat Buckeye Valley in the Division IV championship game would probably beat Calvert in a straight-up match. But those two are pretty close. Archbishop McNicholas was that other school.
If you want to go back and watch, we had a lot of state Final Four and state championship coverage on the OH.Report from volleyball down in Dayton last week. All of it still available on our Facebook, YouTube, and then you can always go to our website, OH.Report.
And I'll be honest, I was completely shocked that we didn't have any Richland County or any area schools at the soccer state tournaments. It was a very surprising ordeal that we went out of regionals without anybody heading over to Columbus.
I was very high on the Ontario Lady Warriors, and I kept saying that they were going to make it to the state Final Four, and they really should have. The bad call against them with 15 minutes to go in regulation against Granville ended up allowing them to tie it on a PK, and they would get the golden goal. And Granville, great team. I don't think they were as good as Ontario, and that's a team to be remembered. And then, unfortunately for the Lady Colts of Clear Fork, I think had they been able to get over the hump in their loss that they ended up taking, they probably would have been able to move on. That their loss coming in a district championship game, I think that they would have been state Final Four bound if they would have been able to get over the hump there. But yeah, two years in a row losing at that round. So you're right. It was a bit of a surprise, I think, that we didn't get either Ontario or Clear Fork to.
And that gave Mansfield Christian had a shot at it at the end, as we talked about earlier. So three teams that got awfully close.
And only one district champion for the fellas, and that was Clear Fork.
Yep. And then they ran into the little engine that could, or the big engine that definitely could in Wyoming, that I got to go see play them in Marysville. 6-0 final in that one.
Number one team in the state, and definitely looked like it in that match.
And then they lost to Bay. Not too long after we got to cover that one.
And then Bay ended up, I believe, losing in the state final. Have to pull it up and look.
Well, the boys and the girls for Bay were both state Final Four at least.
Yeah, some great soccer, and here's a shot. Get a save. That was unleashed by Kellen Ritchie from distance. Nice job by Newsom to pull down the save. One more look, nice flick, and plenty of room right in front. Bit of a late defensive step there by Tori Kidney. But we do remain scoreless. Less than 14 minutes remaining. And I know that they will just end this in a 0-0 tie, but that's not what anybody signed up for here today, Jonathan. We got to get some offense. Need some scoring, Chris Laux.
Now let's just put Travis in the goal. There'll be some goals that get through.
Well, Chris Laux is asking our opinion if it is scoreless at the end. I think that we should go to PKs and just make it kind of a golden goal type of situation where you have them go back and forth, and if the team's up one, then that's just it.
How about a coach's PK?
Coach's PK? Oh, I'm sure Greg would love that. I know Greg's still very much involved playing soccer. Used to play in a men's league. I'm not sure if he still does. A couple of years ago, he certainly was involved. So that might be a fun way to decide it. So we'll have to see. Hopefully the ladies can settle it on the field here during regulation. But only a few different shot attempt looks here in this second half thus far. Ava with the punt and with the wind in her face, pretty good one. Now beyond midfield.
Oh.
Hilbert goes down. I think it would that hit her in the belly.
Yeah, from her own teammate as well. Just like cleared it right into the side.
Now Addie punches it up top. Tem out to the corner, now has the throw in. And it'll be taken away. Both defenses have been pretty quick to the punch. As Tucker turns it over. The white team really playing on. It's just a 3-lady back line, but it's been more like 5 more often than not. Just hoping that they can get a spark up top. And here comes the shot, and it's just a shade too tall.
Ooh.
Good-looking strike there by Zoe Lamp.
Awfully close. Best shot we've seen, and not very often do you split the crossbar and the upright, but there you go.
Yeah, Greg is being informed right now by Chris Laux that he might have to step in and play goalie or go to a PK, and it seemed like he took it pretty well. So that might be what's resting ahead here in about 10.5 minutes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
White team trying to stay on the attack. Be lifted down into the corner. Newsom, a little bit of gamesmanship. Just toying with her.
And I know if this, I don't think it's going to happen, but if we were to go to PKs, I know some players don't like PKs. They're just not the biggest fan of all that pressure, especially in an all-star game, just to kind of end it with something like that. A lot of the playoffs, very emotional towards the end of the year because you get down to PKs and nobody wants to be the one to either miss on one of their shots or to be the goalkeeper that lets it pass.
Yeah, how would you like to be Sabri Caudill if that ends up being the case? She's like, I did not sign up for this today, guys. See if she has to make a stop here. No shot offering. The turn into the middle was in heavy traffic there by Princess Timko of Shelby. Whippet's double-digit wins this year. Great to see what's still a young program. Take a nice big step. She was honorable mention all-district. Couple goals and an assist. Kaylee Hill checks out here. Greg Atkinson, one of his Ontario players, comes over to the sideline.
Yeah, you mentioned Shelby and their young program getting some pretty solid wins this year. How about the one they had against Pleasant?
Oh, we got a great opportunity, though, here real quick. Back post. Not sure what the ideal was right there from Layla Manchester. Didn't really have it. I mean, it certainly felt like it should have been just a one-time shot offering left foot. Had her teammate, though, tracking Bittner behind the play.
Yeah, rough look there for the Shelby product, but back to what I was about to say. I mean, Shelby, they had a 23-0 win over Pleasant. That's a football score.
That's crazy. And for a team like Shelby, a lot of the perennial powerhouses in the area, such as an Ontario or a Clear Fork or a Madison, when they get up, like my daughter plays for Ontario, like when they get up on teams like Pleasant, and I did watch that match this year, they're up 8-0. That now you're putting all your JV in. You're not really going pedal to the metal. But for Shelby, it's still one of those where, you know what, let's prove against a league team that we are the third best team in the MOAC now. And so I don't mind them stepping up and just really taking it to them. Not sure if they have a full complement of JV players as well that you can really even turn to in that situation. But it definitely the best season in program history for the Shelby Lady Whippets this year. Super competitive. Had some big outcomes.
So I'm not familiar with the scheduling. Did they only play Ontario once? Because I see the 9-0 loss. So that was it for them?
Yeah, you'll just play every league opponent in the MOAC one time. Same with the OCC, SBC. And in the Mid-Buckeye this year, we've seen a few of those from Addie Helbert today. I mean, she's a big physical player and not afraid to unleash a little bit here on the competition. This pops up from Madeline Morgan. And now taken out. It was Olivia Grant getting a touch on it. Out to midfield.
Two flags are going different directions.
Swirling winds down on the playing surface right now as we're under 6 minutes to go. Someone looking for the go-ahead and probably what will be the game-winning goal. And the white team, they're starting to press forward a little bit more now. They were playing sunken back a little bit on that back line. Everybody north of midfield now. As that will again be swept out of there, though. The back lines have both been fantastic.
That could open up a counter, however.
Here we go, near side. Crocan pushes it out in front.
Another chance here.
Manchester looking for the shot. Now Crocan hops into the hands of Caudill.
And that's a very well, nicely played ball there by Caudill. That's exactly what you'd expect a regular goalkeeper to do. Just scoop it up. Don't spill it. Don't let another chance kind of get thrown together.
And if this does end in a scoreless tie,
that's your MVP.
I think that she's made 4 solid stops. I mean, clean sheet, that might be the front runner right now. So,
and I'm looking over at her as she's just kind of watching the game. She's got that Ashton Genty pose on her. She just stands straight up.
Yeah. A little bit of that Nick Chubb for all you Browns fans. Just straight vertical up and down pose. But she doesn't know any better. Hale's going to check back in. We'll also see who else is re-entering. Looks like Devin Hickey. Final 4 minutes. Shoulder-to-shoulder battle.
I know we're not time wasting in a 0-0 game. I know that's not what's happening right now.
Somebody's cold.
Yeah, we did see in the Snowmageddon game in 2021 that the girls, they just ended up just kind of calling it off in the second half. They had enough. As Hickey, wow, just runs right through the back of the
That's a
defender
penalty
right there. That's Morgan.
Possibly.
Stop that clock.
Greg say? No,
So we're going to have a penalty kick.
I don't think so. We got a PK right here. But if she doesn't
Okay, so if we do go scoreless and the clock has hit zeros, we will have a penalty shootout. But we're not trying to get there. We've got Audrey Hellickson, 17 goals on her senior season. And the All-Ohioan looking to cash in right here. Oh, she blows it. Blows it over the top of the net with those swirling winds.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's 3 points on the board right there.
Oh, so light it up. It is All-Star Sunday, so maybe it should count for something. Instead, it'll be back to action, and clearly that was the best scoring opportunity that we've had either side so far here this afternoon. I'm pretty surprised that she wasn't able to put that one on frame, even with the wind being where it is. Newsom, low line drive punt. And it's taken here. Good move. And the setup there from Sanders, but down to the ground, and Newsom again collects.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice pass. Just a little bit too much, but you could also say nice anticipation there by Ava to scoop it up.
Final 2.5 minutes. See if the white or the dark meat has one more, maybe a couple more offensive pushes remaining. Thames about to have the throw, but first a couple more subs here for the dark meat squad.
Now the question becomes, who's going to be your penalty kick takers if that's where this game is headed? And who doesn't want to take them?
Oh, Helbert sets it up. Maybe one extra touch too many. And here's the shot from distance, and Sabry wisely lets it go by.
Yeah, that felt right for Olivia Grant to get an opportunity to take the lead for good.
Right
just
here
wide.
on their home turf, too. That would have been a fantastic
As
finish.
a late addition, too.
Coach's selection. Now Zoe Lamp drops it off to her teammate.
Nice touch.
Now Helbert picking up some steam through the middle. Nice find. The one-timer, there it is! Olivia Grant with the potential game-winning goal, 56 seconds. And a hero hug with her teammate. Her and Devin Hickey sharing a moment. This is a beautiful setup. Grant, as you mentioned, added to the roster at the very last minute here at home. And just her second shot of the match ends up in the back.
I mean, you got to love the one touch. Wasting no time getting that shot on frame. Unfortunately, Caudill tried to go with the kick save. It was a nice idea, nice effort. Just couldn't quite make the connection, and that's likely our winner today.
White team, though, looking for an opportunity. Newsom going to allow as much time to come off the clock as she can. And she'll just punt this out of bounds over near the dark meat bench. With 20 seconds to go, one last opportunity potentially for the white. Lamp with a nice touch to the middle.
Uh-oh.
Dark meat just looking for a clearance. White looking for a shot here at the end, but it won't come in time. And the difference is going to be that Olivia Grant goal, 1-0. The dark meat with the victory. And what a sensation. Just saw Olivia with a huge smile on her face, giving a high five to Greg Atkinson, the coach, because of this, the one-timer and the goal for the victory. What a way to finish off this match. And there is your MVP. How about getting it here at home, too? That's a cool way to end your career.
I mean, she gets called up, I believe, today. Just,
yes.
Hey, we're one short. Can you come over? And then all of a sudden, you're scoring the goal. You're getting yourself a plaque to take home.
So cool. I'm sure, yeah, Devin Hickey, Tori Kidney, who were members of this game to start the day, were probably just like, well, why don't you just come on over? And then, you know, just see what happens. Bring your uni. Delivering game winners. Awesome stuff. You are going to hear from Olivia Grant coming up here on the other side of a commercial timeout. We'll have that and then wrap things up here from Crestview on this All-Star Sunday.
Go.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH.Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH.Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH.Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH.Report, the future of local sports.
About to be looking at the player of the game and the hero in the girls match. The only goal today was scored by Olivia Grant, and obviously you were a late addition to the roster, so talk me through, when did you even know that you were going to be playing in today's All-Star match?
Around 12:45, and I had to be here at 1:30.
So not a lot of time to really mentally prepare and get out here, and obviously you show out with a couple of your other teammates, and we're showing the game-winning goal right here. So this is under a minute to go. Olivia, through your eyes, how did that thing all transpire?
I was playing mid at that point, and I've never played mid, and it just came to me. I just took it. You know, it was just open. I wasn't expecting it to go in.
Yeah, typically you're up top a lot for the Lady Cougars, and the leading scorer for them during the regular campaign. So to come out here and to have the game-winning goal and an all-star festivity, how cool is it to wrap up your high school soccer career in this magnitude?
It was amazing. All the girls out there are amazing. They're so nice, and it was fun to play with my other two seniors.
How much fun was it to play in these swirling winds and 50-mile-per-hour gusts? Because obviously the offense, it was tough. It was coming at a premium today, no matter where you guys were kicking it to. It just seemed like the wind had a big impact. How much was it a difference maker on the field?
Like, so much. It was just flying off our feet, going everywhere. When the goalie would punt it, it'd go the opposite way she would. It was just insane.
So being an all-star, getting a chance to play with and then against some other awesome athletes that, of course, you don't normally get to during the regular season and in the tournament. Who were some kids that you thought it was pretty cool to be out there and run around with?
Haley Bond, Princess Timko, and I can't remember her name. She was from Clyde, the Clyde girl.
Yeah, she's got a cool name. Ingrid is her first name. That's a pretty sweet one.
She was amazing.
You were amazing there, not allowing us to go to penalty kicks. So congratulations on being our MVP, Olivia. Who would you like to shout out for your MVP performance today?
I want to shout out Miller Pierce. He's our ball boy. He's amazing. Love him. And Bryn, his sister. Oh, I love them. They're great kids.
3 MVPs today, Olivia Grant, and then the 2 ball kids out there. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations.
Of course. Thank you.
Post-game coverage from the Girls All-Star event comes at you right now here from Crestview High School, where the hometown hero gets the most unlikely MVP award of the day. Olivia Grant, coming out of nowhere, found out about an hour before she had to be over here at the pitch for the warm-up that she was going to be participating. And what a way to end her high school career, Mr. Langdon.
Yeah, and my favorite part of that is that I don't know how big her trophy case is if she's got one back at home, but she's going to put that one up there, and she's always going to have a great memory behind this one for sure. Because, I mean, you get asked about it today, come in basically to your backyard and play a nice little soccer game and come home with an MVP honors, and then she'll also, whenever that memory comes up, she can watch it right here on the OH.Report as well. So I mean, it's a double whammy at that point.
And a short drive home for her and her teammates as well. But a lot of great athletes on the field today, and Olivia had detailed for us just how much of an impact the wind had. So we were all kind of discussing before the match, at least it's not cold. This is some of the best weather that we've had for an all-star soccer match. But when you really kind of break it down and you hear from the athletes, perhaps this is one of the more challenging games that they've had to endure, Jonathan, because you can deal with the cold, maybe even a little bit of rain, some snow's not that big a deal, but when you start getting those 30, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there, it's going to have a big impact, and certainly it did here today. But some heroic efforts from Grant, leaving us with an awesome memory, I think, to close this one out.
Yeah, whenever you play in November period, that's kind of what kind of goes through your mind. So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to everybody getting a chance to play here in this game today. End their season the right way. Soccer season for us as well in the OH.Report comes to an end after this one.
That's right. We officially turn the page to football, and of course winter sports are on the way, as our promo has showed you. And that's right, somewhere out there, Joe Baylog, he is starting to de-thaw. So 2 great all-star games for you guys here today on All-Star Sunday. Glad to have you all aboard and taking part of the festivities for all of our viewers on Facebook and then also on YouTube. For my awesome staff here today, Adam Thompson, Travis Berardi, and Jonathan Langdon, I am Brian Skronsky signing out for now. We'll see you on Football Friday. Of course, a ton of games coming up still. I think we'll have 5 live streams for you. Also, the OH.Report video podcast goes down tomorrow as well. And we'll get some preview videos for some of our football teams on the way this week. Wednesday is the Coach's Corner Best of show. So plenty still coming on the OH Report leading up to Saturday in the Battle in the Barn. I believe that's what that's called out in Smithville. We're going to have 5 girls basketball games for you to tip off our season coverage. But for now, for today from Crestview, we are out of here.